Hi, we're very happy to welcome John Sparks, who's the senior editor of the Marist website. John, you're at spring training. You're in Surprise, Arizona. What's going on right behind you right now? I think we got a ball game.
Designated hitter number 27, Lance Berkman.
Yes, well, we definitely have a ball game.
Designated hitter Lance Berkman is up for the Texas Rangers. They're playing an exhibition game today against the San Francisco Giants. However, a lot of the news from Surprise, Arizona has been off the field, where there's been a little bit of a brouhaha about the leadership of the Texas Rangers ball club.
Yeah, what is that about? Now, that's about sort of who's in charge, or is that about player personnel evaluation? What do we got here? New school, old school?
Old school, new school. You got General Manager John Daniels, never played Major League Baseball, didn't even play minor league baseball. One of the new generations of general managers, young, computer savvy, goes by the numbers. And then you've got Nolan Ryan, who, as you know, Hall of Famer. Yep. You can't match that experience. So it's a classic case of old school versus new school. And I think he's uncomfortable. I think that, however, it appears that John Daniels has been given the vote of confidence with the organization. And so it remains to be seen what will happen to Nolan Ryan. He has about 3 years left on a contract, and he was in talks with ownership. And speaking of ownership, he is a minority owner in the ball club, so it's not like he's just one of the hired hands.
No. And he's been sort of calling the shots down there for about 3-4 years. So he's certainly, after his playing days, certainly has established a second life as an owner's CEO president. Also, the manager gets into a little controversy, too. Ron Washington, not a big fan of instant replay. Any buzz in the dugout about that?
About the technology. This morning, manager Ron Washington was asked about the instant replay. And he told us that the Major League Baseball office consults all of the managers about their feedback and input into this instant replay. But he said that with this new technology, it enables everyone to become an expert. You and I both watched.
Number 29, Adrian Beltre.
By the way, Adrian Beltre is up. You can hear the press box in the background. But what it amounts to is that it makes an expert out of all of us. You and I watch games every night. We see instant replays. We can second guess the umpires. And the skipper was just saying that it makes him uncomfortable because Joe Fan becomes the expert, and it kind of takes away from the expertise of managers and players and whatnot. So it's just another aspect of how technology is affecting the national pastime.
Yeah. But it is the way of the future. I mean, he's sort of going to have to get with the program because it's not going away anytime soon.
No question about that. More and more fans enjoy the game via television. One thing for the Texas Ranger fans this year, with the addition of the Houston Astros to the American League West, is to enable the folks in the Dallas-Fort Worth area to not go to bed quite so late. The majority of the American League West team are all in the Pacific time zone, as you know.
Yes.
The Seattle Mariners, the Oakland A's, the Los Angeles Angels. And so it means a late bedtime, especially for the young fan. And I think they've lost a whole generation of young fans because of this. But with the addition of the Astros, not only will you have a regional rivalry, but you'll also have more games that will be played in the Central Time Zone, which will help the Texas fans.
Yeah, no, that's something certainly in New York we don't think in terms of, but whenever Texas is on the road within their division, it's certainly a late night in Dallas. And I know this is a time when hope springs eternal, and the question is, have you had occasion yet to try out your knuckleball?
Yes, I'm working on my knuckleball. I also grew some whiskers, as you can tell, thinking that might go with the, at least up in the Northeast, with the anti-youth movement with the New York Yankees. I thought that might give credence to my knuckleball.
Yeah, but you know those Steinbrenners aren't into facial hair, so I think if the contract calls, if the call comes, you're going to have to shave.
You know, believe it or not, I still have some old Gillette blue blades. I'll pull them out of the medicine cabinet if I get that call from Cashman.
Well, you look like you're really in your element down there in Arizona, and we look forward to your next report. John Sparks from Surprise, Arizona, and spring training.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, John. Pleasure.
Always.